Mohawk Gold Cup, the heavyweights indeed. Field set for a start, here they come. Often pacing and a good beginning at the center for Tarasi. He'll fire out tonight. Line drive, Hanover's going to come out with him. Chased out from the rail, Blue Hunt. So taken back into fourth goes a Buckabet Hanover. He'll play it cool early. A real handful is Bonnie Prince Lewis there, fifth inside for Miller. He's just going to leave him up in the center of the racetrack. You don't want to point him to the rail. Further back we go inside to Coach's Corner. Then to the outside is Oakwood Arden. Further back we go to Buzzsaw Russ, and trailing is Salisbury Victor. Opening quarter and 26 flat. Miller still seesawing on Bonnie Prince Lewis back in fifth. So meantime, Dexter Dunn is right line to Buckabet Hanover. He's on the hustle out of fourth, and he'll come up after early leader Blue Hunt. Blue Hunt is on point, leading the way at 57-1. Here's a Buckabet Hanover 2-1 brushing up now to challenge him. Inside third, line drive Hanover. Bonnie Prince Lewis, it's been a nightmare for him. Inside from in fifth, there tracks along Tarasi. He too being seesawed on by McNair. 53-4 that first half. Then to the outside goes Coach's Corner. Oakwood Arden mired in traffic in the backfield. Backfield's in a hopeless spot right now. Further back we go to a trapped-in Salisbury Victor, and Buzzsaw Russ is trailing. On their way to 3/4 off the 53-4 half, and it's a Buckabet Hanover on top, just over a length. Blue Hunt is second. Line drive Hanover third. Tarasi at the rail fourth. 3 wide off cover Coach's Corner. 3/4 up in 1:20-3, and they come into the stretch, trying to track down a Buckabet Hanover. Blue Hunt outside. Line drive Hanover upset-minded at 10-1 as he starts to thunder up on the outside late for McDonald. Here comes line drive Hanover. Line drive Hanover on the outside, trying to tape measure it right on the line. Line drive Hanover wins the Mohawk Gold Cup invite in 1:47-2.
Well, there was, some roadblocks kind of midway. You wanted to be close, it appeared, in line drive Hanover and Tarasi. We've seen them battle here in the Prefer, but now you're in the Mohawk Gold Cup, and great finish, a Buckabet in between them, but how about a 47-2 mile?
Yeah, well, you could pretty well tell that we were going to...
Trying to track down a Buckabet Hanover. Blue Hunt outside. Line drive Hanover upset-minded at 10-1 as he starts to thunder up on the outside late for McDonald. Here comes line drive Hanover. Line drive Hanover on the outside, trying to tape measure it right on the line. Line drive Hanover wins the Mohawk Gold Cup invite in 1:47-2. Edmere, Lillian Hanover, West Wind Stable, McKinley Fielding, and Mac Nickel owners. Trainer Anthony Beaton, and winning driver James McDonald. Fourth win on the season from 9 attempts for line drive Hanover, as he wins the Mohawk Gold Cup Invitational with a strong rallying score here tonight. Big speed tonight for line drive Hanover, as he tracks them down late for that 1:47-2 score. Bill McClinchy from Woodbine Mohawk Park making the presentation. To among others, co-owner Casey Coleman. Happy belated birthday to Casey, as she and her posse click in tonight's Mohawk Gold Cup Invitational. And still lots of racing ahead for that crew, as Chad touched on. Line drive Hanover winning the Mohawk Gold Cup Invitational, smashing time 1:47-2.
Line drive Hanover captures the Mohawk Gold Cup Invitational. I'm here alongside winning driver James McDonald and winning co-owner Casey Coleman. James, I'm going to start with you first. Fractions were rolling up front. Were you liking what you saw up there?
I knew I had a great horse. If I could just kind of find some kind of a nice trip. I remember, I think Jody said it a few years ago. He said, in the big races, it's usually trip. They're all great horses, so we were lucky tonight. I was able to slip out at the top of the stretch, and the horses just he's an amazing animal. He's had a couple tough trips this year, and he just bounces back like a pro. That's what great horses do.
Yeah, you mentioned it. I mean, some tough trips on the Borgata in the final didn't work out his way with some quick panels, but that trip that you gave him in the Open a couple of weeks ago, staying on the rail and being close to Dougie's helmet, how important was that for him going forward the rest of the year, do you think?
Well, it's hard to say how important it was, but he felt great that night, and he's a horse that he really loves this track. He's took a mark here in 47 flat, and he just always seems to do some of his best racing here. So thankfully I get to drive him, and he's been a fun ride for me for sure.
And a quick thoughts on the rail horse. It's a love thing racing in the Fan Hanover. Tough trip last time out. Do you think the rail might be a little bit better for her tonight, given that she doesn't always show early speed?
Hard to say. I mean, she can do anything you want. The rail can be tough in big races. Sometimes you can get pinned in there, but the 9 or 8 or 9, whatever she had last week in such a deep field, it was tough. I was out the whole way, and she's just a great horse. She kicked home hard. And if I can find her a trip today, I think she's one of the horses to beat for sure.
Best of luck the rest of the way, James.
Thank you very much, John.
All right, here with winning co-owner Casey Coleman. Casey, as we talked with James, some really tough trips throughout the year this year. Do you think that people are maybe overlooking Line Drive Hanover tonight?
Yeah, I gotta say I was very shocked at the odds he came out at and what he went off at. Like, he's Line Drive Hanover, and he's usually always there in the top 3 very often. But I understand he's had some tough trips this year, and going into the quarter pole there, I was a little bit worried we're gonna get another tough trip. But James was able to take a 2-hole, and that horse took us long enough to get out late.
Now, he won some really tough trips over in the States, right? Borgata final didn't work out his way. In the Battle of Lake Erie, didn't work out either. I mean, are you just surprised at how quick he's able to bounce back tonight?
Yeah, he's always been a tough horse. Like, he's had some tough trips, and he forgets quickly, thank God, because a lot of horses get a tough trip like that, and it takes you a long time to get them back. But he forgets quickly, and we just give him a real easy week. Tony and his crew did an amazing job getting him refreshened and got ready for tonight.
Best of luck the rest of the way tonight, Casey.
Thank you.
All right, there's Line Drive Hanover, who captures the Mohawk Cup Gold Invitational.